Hey there, this is Blair Bunke versus Paul Heaver, TC Aces top 4. Blair is using an IG-88B with HLC, Predator, auto thrusters, advanced sensors, and inertial dampeners, as well as a Thug with TLT and then 2 Pirates. And then Paul Heaver is using Howl Runner with crack shot, 3 Black Squadron pilots with crack shot, and 2 Omega Squadron pilots with crack shot. Some commentary, Kelvin says, I think Paul is super happy to see an aggressor here. Crackshot can do a lot of work there. Blair can take advantage of IG-88B. If it survives that initial, it can do serious work in killing ships. Additionally, with some good blocks, there's a chance for victory. Sozen said Blair is going to have to keep Iggy out of the Swarm's arc for as long as possible and hope that he can pick off the ties one by one with the HLC. If his pirates can block the Swarm and he survives the initial round of engagement with only losing a ship, hopefully not the Thug, then he'll have a chance. But this is an uphill battle for Blair. We're going to need to see some really good flying by the regular season champ to take down the reigning world champ. So the asteroids doesn't seem like too many good lanes for all the swarms, but I do like how Paul has them this way so that when they turn that they are very narrow for some of these lanes. Blair's turning away with his pirates and Thug, and Paul is going as fast as he can. The IG-88 is going as fast as he can as well with the boost. So Blair has his pirates do a 3K turn and the Thug do a 2 hard. And Paul is going to go as fast as he can and barrel roll. And Blair is doing a 1 and then a 1 bank. And Howell just does a 4 and barrel rolls, so that shows that Paul was preparing to do the 5 and barrel roll from the beginning, because otherwise he would have bumped there. So definitely thinking ahead. So no TLT shot there, and so I don't think there's any shots. So the back Z goes 2 forward and focuses, and then Blair bumps the other one. And Paul just does a 1 hard turn with the first 3. Or no, with the first 2. Does a 3. So that's good to know that in that formation, a 3 hard won't hit if he does 1. So interesting. And Paul is just preparing to barrel roll to make these lines, give himself some options, I guess. So it looks like the advanced sensors boost did not work. So he just does the 2 hard. Okay, interesting. I want to go back and see what would have happened if that did work. That would have been perfect in between the asteroids and debris. So he does a target lock, sees that it is out of range, and so he boosts. And Howl Runner, is he going to barrel roll? Yes, he will, so that leaves him actionless. And he does get a shot, so it'll be 2 against 5. And 4 out of 5 natural evades. Not gonna work. So the IG is going to go after black 2, see if he can at least strip that focus probably. And gets 3 hits, so a hit and a crit will work. And he strips the focus. Or no, did he? Maybe not. Nope. So no shots there. So the Omega barely catches IG. 2v4, so hit crit. And with auto thrusters, the crack shot will take off a shield. Black Squadron is at range 1 or 2. Oh, I guess the crit took off an attack, so it's just 1 against 4. So that's not going to work. But if it wasn't for auto thrusters, I think there would have been 2 more crack shots. So auto thrusters really helped Blair out there. So this next round is probably a really big indication of how the game's going to go. Is Paul going to go after the IG-88 and get all the blocks that he needs, or is he going to just focus on the Pirate and Thug? So that Pirate just goes very slowly, keeping his options open, and both focus. The Thug is going to make the long way around, and the long way around this asteroid and not do a turn in front. So this first Black Squadron does a 3 hard turn, blocking any advanced sensor boost straight or to the right. And there's one blocking the one on the left. Now this Omega is going to boost, or not boost, barrel roll to the side. And those Black Squadrons. So lots of blocking opportunities there. And Blair does advanced sensor focus, does a 2 hard turn, and is he going to fit? He will fit. So that is really big for Blair. If it was over just a little bit more, he would have blocked there, and depending on where Hell Runner ends up, it would be a range 1 focus Hell Runner attack with crack shot. So that didn't happen. And Howl Runner does a 1 hard turn, and yeah, there's no way you can barrel roll there. So I don't think Howl has a shot either. So this actually did not end up too bad for Blair. He's just this range 1 shot doesn't have a focus, doesn't have Howl Runner help. These 2 will have Howl Runner, but this one's for sure range 2. They both are range 2. So Blair did definitely got the better positioning for that round, that's for sure. So he's going to go after Omega 2. And will he do Predator? He got the... Okay, so he was able to evade that. So now he's going to be able to do the Gunner for Black 1. And gets 3 hits, 4 hits. And this one does have a focus, so even with the focus, he is dead. So one of the only returning firing focused had Howl Runner ties just got 1-shotted. So it was bad, but yeah, see that Omega can't get any damage through. So Blair did a really good job for 1-shotting that tie. That was pretty clutch. And that's range 2, so this Alpha Strike, at least he can use the crack shot, but the Alpha Strike with the cracks, the the first pass is critical, and Paul's probably not too happy with the way it's going. So Omega 1 is going to be shot at by the Thug. Interesting, he's shooting after the one with focus, but first one will... Or am I reading this wrong? Okay, I thought that was the one, but I guess that's one. Is that right? Are my eyes bad? Okay, I thought he said Omega 1. Thug at Omega 1. Oh, 2. Sorry. My bad. Alright, so the pirate is shooting the same dude. Hit crit. 2 evades. And this thug is going to shoot through an asteroid. 2 hits. He's able to use his focus, so nothing there. So Blair's got to be very happy with that, having the Alpha Strike against a crack Swarm with Howl Runner and only have 2 shields down. I think he only lost 1 shield, so. But he definitely played that very well. Getting that bumped there was critical. So the pirate is doing a 3 bank. Interesting. And the thug is just able to just stay close enough to get TLT shots. That Omega is able to use the 2S loop. And Paul does a good job bumping and avoiding the asteroid. And that Ty is able to just do a 1 hard, goes for the block. So in case there was going to be any... I'm curious. Well, I'll see what he did first. Blair, I wish you would stop doing that. So, BB-8, yeah, 88B is just going to do inertial dampeners. I guess he was seeing if he could advance sensor boost. And Hal does a 3 hard turn and is able to avoid all the asteroids. So Hal's going to get a good range 1 shot there. 2 crits. At least he can use crack shot for 1 shield. So 88 is going to shoot. Oh, is that range 1? It looks like 2. Range 1 by pixel. Okay, so range 1. Well, there you go. You don't need the gunner there. So, and since it's range 1, there's a crit. And he doesn't have a focus, so he gets a hit crit with Shaken Pilot is the crit. So no straight turn next turn. Alright, he's going to be shooting the pirate 3v2. And 1 damage will go through. Omega is going to get a range 1 shot with Howl. So 1 hit will be going through. This Omega with crack shots doing a range 1 shot. Looks like he'll have Howl. So 2 hits. He can use crack to get 2 damage. So at least he's able to get some damage through this turn. Man, if it wasn't for that 88 range 1 shotting the other dude last turn, 88 would have a chance of being dead here. Thug at Omega 2 rolls 2 hits, 3 hits, and 1 evade. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Pirate's going after range 1 shot. So he target locks, gets a hit crit, and the crit will go through. So bam. Pirate 2B2 gets 2 hits and 1 damage. That's all he needs. So He lost 3 ships that turn, and so it's 4 Blair ships against 2 of Paul's that were the swarm. And it's interesting that Hal's still alive. Usually Hal's one of the first to go, but Blair does a self-bump there. And the Thug is able to just stay in range. He gets a target lock on the Thug. And Omega is going to bump there. And IG is going to just get out of there and boost. And Hal bumps there, so that Pirate's going to have a range 1 focus shot against him, and the Thug has has a target lock. So Omega is going to shoot first, 2v2 on the injured Pirate, and 2 damage. The Thug is going to shoot at Hal. Hal's going to get 4 dice. So 2 for the first shot. Second shot has 1, so both are evaded. Pirate's going after Omega. And looks like 1 damage will go through. Just kind of skip through this. Blair's able to get some shots in range, or on target. So Gunner will kick in. He will get 4 hits, and just 1 will go through. It's a good time to get 3 evades. Thug is going to get 1 damage through on the first one, and nothing on the second one. This Pirate gets a range 1 shot, 2 crits and a hit. Wow, so that's going to be enough to kill him. And how is he going to be able to kill the Pirate or the IG? So Hal shoots first, 2v3, hit and crit. Oh, 2 evades. So nothing. 3 hits, and that will be enough to kill him. So that was a good game. Blair did very well. That alpha attack for Paul just didn't quite work out, but yeah, it was a good game. And well played. Blair did a good job of splitting up the IG from his other ships and making Paul have to commit, and while the other ones are able to just follow. So thanks for watching. Thanks for playing.